Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy Jay.
It's that time again to punch. It's Wednesday as we do this show. Y'all good?
We start with a punch.
It's Wednesday, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? Let's start with punching.
And normally by the second, like by the third work day of the work week, I mean, by now someone's pissed me off.
In the mind of Mike Taylor,
Yeah.
we should be off on Wednesdays in America.
We really should, but since we have to
I
work,
know what you
at
mean.
least I get to come on here and be violent and punch people
Right.
because I'm pissed off for having to work. No, my theory is we need a federal law. I mean, you can't have cops
I just
off
say,
and
let's just
firefighters.
move to 4 and let the employees pick their day.
Wednesday needs to be off. If
That's
I could pick it off.
I don't give a shit about what day. Just
Really?
move to a 4-day work week.
I just feel more productive. I do
I need
Monday,
mental
Tuesday.
health breaks.
I get a mental health break Wednesday, and then I'm rested, and I can give you 2 more great days, and then I get the weekend, and we're all happy. And I would be more productive with a Wednesday off day every week, for sure.
Me personally, I'd take that Friday.
Yeah, it needs to be consecutive.
Because if I
Because y'all don't wanna
want
stay
to
home.
travel somewhere, yeah, it
Exactly.
screws everything
He
up.
don't want to
'Cause
stay
then you have
home.
to come back. Like,
He don't
no.
want to stay home. I want to say right off the top, I'm going to give a shout out before we get violent to San Antonio's own Steve Lutz, the head basketball coach at Oklahoma State, who sent us T-shirts.
Oh, awesome.
About that.
Thank you, Coach Lutz.
Steve Lutz was on a very good early 90s East Central team. Those guys were good.
You talking about with Stan Bonowitz and Chaz,
Yeah.
Dante Mathis,
Yeah.
Stacy Dudley. Yeah.
Lutz went into coaching after college. And
Was he on the team that won state? They beat Carter in state.
one
Was he?
state? I don't know if that was the
Because
case.
East Central won state. They
He
went
was there in
36
that
and 0.
early mid-90s business. Was
Okay.
that when this was? That state
95, they won state, beat my damn Roosevelt Rough Riders in a barn burner at UTSA when that gym was still good.
Yeah.
That gosh damn Stan Bonowitz gave us 49. Still haunts me to this day. I was ready to charge the court. But that East Central team was too good, too talented. They beat us like 3 times that year. Not us. I didn't play, but that was my school.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, I don't know if he was on that
Steve,
team.
I think, had already gone,
Oh, okay.
I believe. But wound up going into coaching. He put A&M Corpus Christi on the map as a coach.
Sweet.
Then he wound up at, I think, Western Kentucky, I want to say.
That seems like a route. That seems like a route.
And then went to the NCAA tournament. Mm-hmm. And then wound up at Oklahoma State. So shout out to Steve Lutz.
Thanks, Coach Lutz.
Sent us T-shirts through
Go
our boy
Cowboys.
Russ over at GC.
And I'm
Such
40.
good times. Are you 40? Are you a man?
I'm a man.
I wonder what
No
Steve thinks.
mullet.
I wonder how Steve gets along with 40. Gundy.
Well, Gundy probably walks around that campus like his shit don't stink. I mean,
Right.
they'll never fire
Well,
him.
Rudy, it don't.
It doesn't. They'll never fire him.
We should get Steve to come on right around the start of basketball season and ask him about life with Gundy. That might be good. That might be very good. So, anyways, in his first year at Oklahoma State. So, anyway, thanks to Steve. Supporting San Antonio dudes that have gone off and done good outside of our town. All right, let's get violent. Punch them, motherfrickers. I want to punch whoever shot. Speaking of coaches,
Yeah, man. Sad story. Punch him like him, her, whoever it was.
Presented by the law office of Orlando Kill. It is People I Want to Punch Wednesday. Somebody, it's probably a dude. I mean, 99 times out of 99 and a half times it's a dude. Pull this woman's picture up here. Golly. So the annual High School Coaches Association event is in town again, as it is every year. Jeff Traylor's a big player in that and always talks about it. And you know how Jeff loves the high school scene in this state. This woman was a coach at Jasper High School down in the Bayou, southeast Texas, Piney Woods. Was sitting, I'm assuming, minding her own business.
Mind their own business at the Smoke Sky
at
Bar.
Smoke down on East
Beautiful
Crockett.
spot they built up there, too. The Sky Bar. It took a while to get it done. They finally got it done.
Yeah, so she's in town for that. Her name was Aiden Burt.
Right.
She's sitting there and all of a sudden just gets shot in the shoulder, right in the back of the shoulder. They freak out, rush her to the hospital. She did not make it.
And it was a random bullet from like 37.
I get
It was like Highway
someone
30,
firing off the highway.
I-37. Random coward idiot. I don't know who he or she was shooting at.
Yeah, well, they shooting at each other in cars, and the
don't
bullet
know.
went awry.
It's murder. It is. I don't even know if they have any suspects at this point. Because
I don't know
that.
that they'll ever will.
Now, unless the bullet, you got, what do they call when they test the bullet?
Ballistics?
The ballistics come back
Trace
and
it
that
to a
gun's-
gun owned by so and such.
There you go.
What are the odds it's owned by anybody? I mean, what are the odds it's just a street gun? Coach Burt was at Jasper since 2019, taught English, was also the cheer sponsor and the coach of the cheer squad.
Just happened probably here in San Antonio. Oh, I think there was like a coaches convention this past weekend.
Yeah, it's the Texas High School Coaches Association.
Imagine that.
Dude.
Awful, man.
What are the odds of being killed by a stray bullet?
Today?
One in
America?
10?
Pretty
Today
high.
in 2024?
How many people get shot by rando bullet that you don't know where it came
Rando?
from? Though?
Okay,
It
I
just
hear
falls
you.
out of the sky or
But
just
a-
comes
but
flying
a
through the
gun,
sky?
highly
Well,
likely.
yeah, gun, of course.
But no, yeah.
Well, that's
but
what we
just
do.
random.
We're the gun country. That's who we are. That's what we do.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
kill motherfuckers with guns, and we like it. God dang it,
Yeah, we do.
we love.
But
guns.
no, random
this
just
one was
sitting on the top of a rooftop.
What the hell?
And then what, did she like bleed out? Like, because I thought it was,
guess.
because the way I was reading, I thought it maybe hit her in the head or something. and
No,
she,
hit her right here. But I mean, that bullet can bounce and go through all the. She didn't make it. So
punch that
dude,
SOB.
what a son of a bitch. But that's what we do, isn't it? That's what we do in this country. We are the gun country, not Afghanistan, not Saudi Arabia, not Iraq. We are the gun country. From Chicago to Miami to Dallas to San Antonio. God dang it. He just has to I'm sitting there being all sincere. We are the gun nuts in this country. That's who we are. That is
Yeah.
what we do. I've accepted it. I ain't trying to fight guns. It is what it is. I know in my
no,
lifetime.
yeah.
I have 4 children. The odds of one of them being shot before the end of their lives are 20%.
Damn.
I'm just giving you the stats, man. Giving you the stats. Before we all die, one of us, I'm already taking my turn. You will know someone who gets murdered by a gun in this country before you die. Or you'll be connected to somebody who got shot.
Or already know.
Or you already know.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who's been shot?
Of course.
Me too.
Yep, me too.
Of course. And you will not live your whole. If you live more than 40 years, you will know someone who gets shot. I got multiple people.
Yeah.
I grew up in Grandma Becky's house. Of course, I got cousins that got shot. I had a cousin murdered in mid-'80s in a park. Gang bullshit. Fort Worth. It was bad in those days. And then, of course, my old intern, Jesse, who got killed in the movie theater in Denver. So
We had to go
hopefully I've taken my turn, and so the stats are the stats that I'll have somebody else get murdered innocently.
What was her radio name?
Redfield. Intern Jesse.
We had to come on air that day after that.
I chose to come on the air, and I was as soon as one segment in, I thought this was stupid. I made a mistake. Could barely get through the segment.
I remember.
Anyhow, so punch the son of a bitch who decides to pull a gun out. You know, most of the motherfuckers that pull guns out, if we if we had no guns, like God just made them all disappear, we had to use hands. 95% of those motherfuckers wouldn't know what to do
No.
with hands.
Agreed.
Sons of bitches.
Agreed.
Who you punching?
I'm going to pull a LG today. I'm going to pull a LG today.
You know, pass?
No.
okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going after the big corp.
Uh-oh.
I'm going after the big dogs.
Thought you were going to go after somebody else who cut you off in the gym.
No, screw them.
What is up with that? I saw you post that, though.
Oh no, somebody had posted my sentiments.
Oh, okay.
Like when someone
You shared
gets on the treadmill next to you and there's 1 million open.
Yeah, what the hell is that about?
I don't know.
Anyway. Who
Anyway,
you punching?
I'm going to punch Delta Airlines right in the nuts. The U.S. Department of
Right in the
Transportation has initiated an investigation into Delta following the cancellation of more than 5,000 flights since Friday due to global cyber outage, despite other airlines resuming normal operations. Delta continues to face issues with crew scheduling system, leading to hundreds of daily cancellations. As of Tuesday morning, Delta canceled 444 flights, or 12% of its schedule. Like, at this point, especially like now, when does that law go into effect that the Congress passed that you got to screw your damn credit? You got to give me my money back. Because my thing is like, okay, y'all just handing out credits and just mailing it in because you know you ain't got to give people their money back. Like, how are all the rest of the airlines dealing with the same outages, but they continued on with their regularly scheduled flights? But Delta is canceling over 400 flights yesterday.
Still, after all these days.
You got to think, this is end of summer, before school starts, trips for a lot of families.
Mm-hmm.
That if you're a family of 4 or 5, you planned this shit months ago. Because when you're a family of 4 or 5, you and I know this, we don't have the luxury of being like, let's take off tomorrow. Unless, like, I know your situation, you had to, it was a last minute thing, you figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, when you're a family of 4 or 5 and y'all are going to, Magic Kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
you bought them tickets in March.
Yeah.
And Delta just said, we still haven't figured our shit out.
What was the old saying? Delta stands for don't ever leave the airport.
Is that what it used to be?
Yeah.
I thought Delta was pretty good. I thought we had agreed that Delta was pretty good. What happened?
Yeah. Delta was currently my favorite airline right now. So,
Well,
I don't know
Rudy,
what
you are
happened there.
punching the CEO, Ed Bastian is his name.
I'd like to blame the head of the IT department.
You want to go IT, LG?
Yeah,
You
because
think Ed's been sold out?
well, I think maybe their
Sorry.
IT department is lacking on the
Their
fix.
IT department
they're not
sucks.
quick on the fix like the other airlines.
Well, Ed needs to get some better people running his IT department.
Yeah, that's like, if Dak and Micah mess up, LG, we fire Mike McCarthy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ed makes $34 million a year.
How
to
do
run
these
Delta.
airline CEOs make so much freaking money? Well, Boeing dude makes a lot of money. That's totally different. That's
34 for
not a
Ed
fair
Bastian.
comparison.
Yeah.
34 a year?
34. Indeed.
I'm in the wrong business. Did he work his way up from the guy that takes the bags off the plane?
I highly doubt it. He probably got
Or is he Brett Yormark?
Ivy League degree, and just he knows
What
how to
does
run
an airline
businesses.
CEO do?
I don't really know, actually. That's a
Because
good
I always
question.
say that about Roger Goodell. Like, people give me shit because
Press conferences.
people give me shit because I always say Roger Goodell doesn't do shit for his $40 million. It's everybody underneath him works, and then he comes in front of the microphone. What does Roger Goodell do?
I don't know.
What does an airline CEO do?
I once asked Big Boss Matt one time at iHeart, our boss's boss, Big Matt.
I remember Matt
I was
drove the
sitting there in his
Maserati.
office. I was sitting there chopping it up with him. What do you do? I was just giving him shit. What do you do around here?
Yeah.
He's like,
What'd he say?
honestly, Mike, half my day's looking at spreadsheets, looking at numbers, money.
If that money
Budgets.
starts moving down, figure it out.
Correct. He monitors the budgets. He
Yeah.
monitors the graph. You've got sales, and you've got ratings, and you've got revenue, and you've got local, and this, and keep up.
As long as that shit stays in the
I
black.
monitor graphics all day. As long as we're in the black,
And then if he
I'm
sees
good.
something in the red, he calls the PD. Fix this shit.
fix this shit, Rich. Yep, pretty much.
LG, I hope I didn't steal your punch.
Don't
no.
they say the higher you climb, the easier your job actually gets?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, now, if
Yeah.
you got it out the mud,
true.
Bezos, Elon, you can not like Elon.
Jeff
He got it out
Bezos wakes up every day. His job is just to be Jeff Bezos.
But
Well, Jeff Bezos isn't even the CEO. He stepped down years ago.
Yeah,
he's just the chairman
he
of the
just-
board, so
yeah.
he does nothing. He
Does nothing.
Absolutely
he's
nothing.
He's the face.
but he got it out the mud.
He's the face.
Well, didn't he start out selling books?
Yeah,
Jeff worked-
Amazon
Jeff
was a
worked his ass
bookstore.
off. Yeah.
That's they put Barnes and Noble out of business and
Damn right
Borders.
they did.
Oh, you want to name? They also put Toys R Us out of business.
Yeah,
Radio Shack,
Yeah.
Circus City.
The U.S.
Like,
mail here pretty soon.
only people they haven't been able to take out is Walmart.
Dude, I
Well,
wish Amazon would take over the U.S. mail service,
No
and that
shit.
shit would be on time.
Damn right it would be.
Yeah.
Are you punching anybody today?
Yeah, I want to punch myself.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You gave yourself a mulligan the other day for a technical problem.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, this isn't technical. I decided I killed some yellow jackets on my back porch the other day,
Good
like
for
a
you.
couple
I
weeks
hate
ago.
those bastards. They're mean.
And I noticed they were back maybe like 2 weeks ago, that they had restarted the nest. And I was like, oh, okay, survivors. And I was like, oh, I'll get them later. And I just kind of put it off for a while.
Mm-hmm.
One of those damn things stung me the other day.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Got me.
Where?
Hey,
Right on the shoulder.
LG, keep
might
it
be
real.
down now.
Look
Keep
how
it-
red it is. Dang.
Keep it real, LG. You almost cried. That shit.
No. It felt like somebody just stabbed me with like a pin, or like I just got like injected or something real quick. And I was like, what the hell? And then I looked up and the dude was flying away from me back to the nest and they were all swarming.
So yellow jackets, when they sting you, they don't die?
No, those are only bees do. Yellow jackets can actually sting you multiple times and then fly away.
Wasp and
live
hornets, they can get you multiple.
And they hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yellow jacket, they're wasps.
Dog, what
basically.
did you kill the nest with? The spray?
Oh, I got the hot shot that shoots like 20 feet.
But you didn't knock it down.
No, I haven't knocked it down yet, but they're all dead. I went out there at nighttime when they're all sleeping.
But
and I
you
made
left one alive.
Dude, I felt like Anakin Skywalker when he was murdering all those Jedis. Like, I was just like, and I saw all the little like larvae fall out.
Yeah.
Like, it
Good
was
for
a
you.
murder scene.
I was at a park one time with my twins. They were toddlers. Maybe not even, because one of them had a shitty diaper. And so I went in the bathroom at this little park, and thank God they had this little fold-down table thing you change babies on, which is not as dirty and
Yes,
unsanitary,
ugh,
but
I hate
whatever. The
those.
kid had shit. I put that kid down. It's this little park, and all of a sudden there's this a freaking wasp is hovering around. I'm like, God, I got my hands cleaning a baby's ass, and I just like start swatting it. Like, he's like hovering around. Like, what the? And I hit it, and it got me right in the hand, right in the middle of the hand.
that shit hurt.
That hurt, right in the palm. Then I stomped his fucking ass out. Piece of shit. Killed him 7
Yeah, I've only
times.
been stung once.
Really?
Wasp,
Dang.
no big.
I've been stung 4 or 5 times by bees. Got a jellyfish once in Corpus Christi.
My teenager got jellyfished. Mm-hmm. We threw some piss on her. She was fine.
Stepdad, I was a kid. We were in Rockport. Stepdad Ernest, probably bullshit. He takes a cigarette out of his pack after the jellyfish, and he empties the tobacco in the ocean water, gathers it up, made a pile of tobacco, and maybe put tobacco on my leg.
Did they go away?
Well, in my 5-year-old brain, I guess I thought he knew what he was talking about, so maybe I psyched myself into
Mentally.
feeling better. I don't know
It's
if tobacco.
amazing what the mind can do
If you tell him,
if you tell it.
correct? Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not hurt.
It hurt. My grandma got stung by a man of war one time.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Where
in
was she?
Florida?
She should have been dead.
No, she was fine. Where was it? In the ankle, I want to say. Foot. Stepped on the son of a bitch. One of those little spiky looking
Yeah.
things. Yeah, not good.
Damn.
Probably mid 80s, late 80s.
LG, I sent Mike a video and it said, for anybody that ever asks you why you're scared of the ocean, show them this video. I sent the video to Mike. Video of a blue whale or sperm whale, whichever one
I think
jumps.
it was a humpback.
It jumps out the water and capsizes this poor dude's boat.
Yeah.
This dude goes flying off his boat, and I'm like, that's why I don't go too
You
far
know
out.
how rare that is? Still, though. Come on. And you know what? Punch the guy in the boat. Hey, fuck.
Why?
He went right over a feeding ground.
He didn't know.
He wanted to see the humpbacks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got. And then
And
the
he-
humpback
those
ended up on
humpbacks,
top of his
they
boat.
eat all that plankton.
Yeah.
And then they'll breach, bam.
Damn.
The whale didn't mean to do it.
No,
The
I'm
dude
not
was
blaming
just,
the
"Hey,
whale.
man, that's
his
their
house.
fucking territory.
Yeah, that's their
right.
house.
That's right.
But if you're gonna stand over
I'm
a
eating.
school of little fish like that, then yeah, you get. I didn't realize that part of it.
Yeah.
That's on him.
Right. Mike Cheque, Steve Irwin got stung once. Yeah, we know he did, Mike. That's horrible.
Mike,
We know he got died.
Don't you dare disrespect
Yeah.
the great Steve Irwin.
It wasn't the what I read was how how rare that is. It was a stingray,
Yeah.
or a big manta ray, and it caught him in the chest.
It was a stingray, not a manta.
Stingray, yeah, okay, probably about the size of this table.
Yeah, stingray got him right in the chest.
Yeah, and it wasn't so much that is when they pulled it out, it fucked his heart up.
It pierced his heart.
Yeah, no bueno. The odds of that are unbelievable.
And you know, not only does SeaWorld abuse Shamu and the gang, they also abuse the stingrays. They take their stingers off, throw them in a pool, and let kids pet them.
I know. I've let my kids pet them
Me
before.
too. My daughter works for SeaWorld. You know what I mean? Yeah, shit.
We don't want you to focus on
Like,
that,
it
okay?
ain't
Hey, we stopped the Orca program.
Yeah.
Just leave our rays alone.
Now let's deprive the stingrays of their
Yeah.
balls. No, not their balls, but you know what I mean.
All right, muchas gracias to Orlando Kale. He is the family lawyer in the building. He will take care if you need him to, if you're getting a divorce. A lot of times people get divorced, but then they still have problems with their old lady. Imagine that, even after they're divorced. She gonna bitch about money, stuff like that. Maybe some job situation changes. One of your, maybe your ex is trying to move, and it's going to affect visitation, or maybe they change visitation. Maybe your ex hooked up with an ex-con and you want that son of a bitch looked at. Who knows? If you need to get your decree changed in your divorce agreement. I know all these terms. Hell, I might be able to be a family lawyer at this point.
You might be able to be a lawyer. Like the guy in Suits.
Yeah.
Like you didn't really pass the bar, but you know what you're doing.
Orlando Kelp. He's our guy. Hit him up, 210-775-4995. Or you can email him directly, orlandokilllaw@gmail.com, orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. All right, speaking of Orlando, that man went to UT Law. We're going to be doing a Longhorn football postgame show this year. We have to now. It's out there. I've already announced it, so I know we got to make it work. Season starts in a month. And we are looking for support for our UT football show. Y'all want to jump in bed with me and Rudy on YouTube? Not for real. Hit me up. We're looking for partners on that.
Make sure
on the UT
you
show.
specify that.
Of course, the UT football show, and it's a once a week show. So if you're thinking, well, I can't afford to be on in the building,
Yeah, you can.
You don't know. You can. You can. We're trying to
What do we get for $10?
we can get it funded. We ain't trying to get $1 million or nothing. We just want to get it funded. If Rudy and I are going to stop down and spend all Saturday with a UT football squad, and what I've been, and I think there's going to be a pretty good little interest in our little show. It needs to get funded. So hit one of us up. We will discuss the UT football show with you. All right.
All right.
All right. What else today? There's so much to get to. We're going to have a members-only show
Yeah, we
today
got no
for
choice.
sure. As expected, CeeDee Lamb was not on the plane headed to Oxnard last night. It has been said for a week now that he was planning to hold out if he didn't have a contract. Jerry's too busy fucking off with his fun baby in Texarkana. There's news on that too, by the way.
Yeah.
But we were anticipating that CD would not go to training camp, and indeed he's not. He's officially a holdout because they report today and he ain't there. Changed your mind from last week's discussion on CD?
What? Wait. What did I say?
You said that they need to take their time on taking care of him because he's a wide receiver, and they need to get Dak done first. That was your inclination.
My thing is, as I look around the league and I look at the highest paid wide receivers, their teams suck. So it scares me. I get it. He's going to get paid. They're going to take care of him. Jerry just got to finish up with his little whatever it is, paternity suit, whatever. But he's going to get taken care of. But I just would proceed with caution. But this is the Cowboys talking about. They paid Des Bryant. They paid Ezekiel Elliott. They paid now retired Michael Gallup after an injury, catastrophic injury, and now he never was the same. But so he's going to get paid. All I'm saying is, okay, Cowboy fans take care of this. Why don't you take care of this a year and a half ago? For what? For what? Let's say last year you would have paid him and you saved $4 million a year. Cool, you saved $4 million. That matters for the cap. But you still suck. I don't understand doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. You got blown out against Green Bay with CeeDee Lamb. Why are you rushing to pay him? Why would I rush to pay him? For what? For what? He doesn't make. Okay, I'm not saying he doesn't make you better, but he doesn't make you better. If with CeeDee Lamb and with Dak and with Micah, you're a wild card team. What are we saving all this money for those three guys for?
Couldn't agree with you more. I've been preaching about this shit for 20 years. However, ...
You got to do business, right? You got to pay somebody,
I did
right?
a
You
little
got
post the other day that we put out there. Thank you to Tina G. Just bought 3 coffees.
Thank
Have
you.
A great day. Love the show. Gets me through the morning at work. Thank you.
Thank you.
I need to get glasses permanently. Shit, I can't even read our screen anymore. Good grief.
Well, the coffee print is hard to see, and I got LASIK, and I still got to get up on it.
All right, are we ready? Go look at the stats every single year and look at the top 5 wide receivers in the league every single season in terms of yards and production and catch and touchdown, and you will see a bunch of wide receivers with no rings. You do not need an elite wide receiver to win the Super Bowl, if that is indeed your goal. Couldn't agree with you more. However, if they're getting ready to let Dak Prescott walk, then why not go ahead and take care of CD Lamb? Because if you're going to start over next year with Trey Lance or a mystery guest, don't you want that guy to come in and have the best possible talent around him? Because whoever they go to next will be cheap. How do we know Shedeur Sanders isn't the future head quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys? We don't know that. They ain't giving Dak a deal.
Right.
By the way, Dak reported early. He reported ahead of the plane, by the way.
Dak is a company man.
Yeah, for sure.
And I had nothing wrong with that. I am too, depending on the money.
Dak Prescott sucks.
But,
absolutely.
I say that, but then I look down the street or across the country, should I say, at Philadelphia, and I do feel like A.J. Brown made Jalen Hurts better.
Correct.
But
he did.
The year they went to the Super Bowl, they had the number one rushing offense. Once they lost that number one rushing offense, A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts were bitching and arguing at each other all this past season.
They've switched offensive coordinators 2 years in a row.
I don't like. Again, there are examples of a wide receiver making your guy better, but it's far and few between because Justin Jefferson, they just gave him a shit ton of money and they got
J.J. quarterback, and he's cheap.
They got J.J. McCarthy,
and he's cheap. I will
they
take
got rid
care
of
of
their
a wide
quarterback.
receiver
Yeah, I see what you're
if
saying.
my quarterback's cheap.
Like Debo, they took care of Debo because Brock Purdy makes $700,000 a year.
And the Chiefs are always the other. The Chiefs.
We'll leave them. Let's leave them out of it.
Okay, well, but as we've said, I'm
I got
sorry.
you. No, I got you.
They don't have to worry about paying skilled guys because they got the best guy in the league at quarterback. Buffalo. They decided to let Diggs go because they're paying Josh Allen stupid money and they're all in with Josh Allen. That's why Diggs is in Houston. The Texans have a good damn Texans. They're building that squad with a cheap quarterback who happens to be one of the best in the league already.
But see, the thing about that is, and they can ask Cincinnati this. Cincinnati, they had Burrow, they had Higgins, they had Chase. They made it to the Super Bowl, didn't cash in. Next year, someone gets hurt. Next year, you just get bounced in the playoffs. Now it's time to pay everyone. So this is what I'll say to Texan fan. Look, Texan fan, I'm excited for y'all. Last year was the first time in years I sat down and watched Texans games. Y'all have an exciting young squad, but I'm here to tell you, at some point, you're gonna have to come up and figure out who you're going to pay. And if you haven't cashed in, and when I say cash in, I mean if you haven't won a Super Bowl by the time it comes time to pay all this talent, then you're just done. I don't know what happens to Cincinnati going forward. They had their opportunity, they didn't cash in, and now it's time to pay everybody. And you can't. It's impossible.
Well, they've already paid
They don't
Burrow.
even want to pay Chase.
I know. They've already paid Burrow, and he needs to stay healthy. By the way,
Did you see him with the Eminem blonde?
you bet your ass. I
I'm
love
like,
that
come on,
fucking
dude.
guy.
What are you doing, bro?
I freaking
What are you
love that
doing?
dude. He's a stud. You
But
think
yeah,
he
so
look-
I'm just saying,
thinking
I
like a
agree with you. But
badass.
full circle, I agree with you on the Texans. Hurry up and cash in.
I agree. I am staunchly against paying running backs and wide receivers if I have my quarterback that locked in for the next 4 or 5 years. The Cowboys, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They ain't paying anybody right now. Dak ain't been taken care of. CD's holding
Micah.
out. Who are you going to take care
They've
of?
only taken care of Diggs.
If you're going to let Dak go, fine. Then give CD his shit, and then let Dak walk after this
And just
hard
roll
year
with
of his
Trey.
$55 million
Let's see
hit.
what you
or
got in
whatever.
Trey.
Or whoever the next guy is will be cheap. That's cool. I'm cool with having a $15 million wide receiver if my quarterback's only making $4 million. The 49ers, that's why Brandon Ayuk was like, where's my money? Y'all ain't paying Brock Purdy shit.
And they're like,
The NFL has set itself up, and it's flawed to where if we have a big money quarterback, we can't do shit.
they're paying McCaffrey too. When you
Yeah.
yeah.
The NFL is set. It's a weird corner the NFL's painted itself in because, like we talked about the other day, every quarterback that's a free agent automatically gets sent to the top of the pay scale.
It's
That's got to
stupid.
stop.
Yeah, stupid.
It's going to break the system at some point. It's bad for the foundation, and the roof's going to start melting in. You know.
Agreed.
Do you have a roof that's starting to melt in, like Rudy J's? Be like Rudy and hit our guys up at GC Roofing and Construction. Serving San Antonio and Corpus Christi for years now. They will go down to the coast. That's right, Corpus. We need to start building our people down in Corpus. I would love to have somebody from Corpus that listens to our show call Russ and those boys at GC Services Roofing and Construction, 210-347-0426 or gcservicesroofing.com, gcservicesroofing.com. All right. That Jerry trial shockingly has come to an end this morning.
Already?
It was supposed to go 4 days. This morning was yesterday was day 2. And it's over. So apparently they got out in the hall, Jerry and his daughter that he still won't admit is his, and the baby mama, they got out in the hall and hung out and apparently even went to dinner the night before. They spent all day in court going against each other. That ain't my daughter. That's my dad. Sue that bitch. That's defamation, breach of contract.
Damn, not the B word.
I don't think Jerry said it on the stand, but he's probably thinking it. For whatever reason, they decided to go to dinner last night or the night before after the first day. And they show up yesterday, and the judge is like, case dismissed. Both parties are off the hook without prejudice, with prejudice, which means they've agreed that the lawsuit's over. She'll never file anything against Jerry Jones
Did he
again.
cut her a check under the table at dinner?
What do you think?
At dinner, he slid her. He showed up with a briefcase, put it by her left leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I made some mistakes in my younger days.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize the way this went down.
Yep.
But this is the way it is. I'm 80-something years old. I don't know how much longer I got. I'm sorry for how you feel. Sorry for what I did.
Yep.
There's a bag next to your left leg. The tab's on me. I've already told the waiters it's on me. I got to get to training camp.
Jerry, outside the courtroom last night, said, quote, I believe my defendants here, talking about his daughter. Were well-meaning. He talked about how Cynthia Davis, who was the baby mama, was a working mom. And added that 70% of his players on the Cowboys did not have male role models growing up, and praised this woman for raising that girl on her own.
Amen to that.
I'm happy the case is resolved, Jerry says.
There's some people, it depends on.
So it's over.
Yeah.
Just like that.
It depends on the person, not to get too deep. So, like, there's people that don't know their pops, right? That harbor those feelings, and they're in their 30s and 40s, and it's something that still haunts them, and it's just there's something they need therapy for. They need to get off their chest. Then you got some people that are just like, I didn't know him, but I'm fine. You know what I mean? It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Clearly for her, even though, she probably lived a pretty good life. She probably got more child support than most kids do. But for whatever reason, it was troubling her. And she probably just needed to sit with Jerry and let him know how she felt face to face. Got it all off her chest. Jerry slides the briefcase over.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? Maybe they'll have a relationship, just not on the
Hopefully.
record. Just not on paper.
Yeah.
He's not going to acknowledge her legally as his kid. She's an adult. He ain't got to do shit. He don't owe her anything. Not legally.
Not legally.
But maybe they can talk. Maybe they'll text and shit.
He slid a briefcase.
Here's the other thing. And again, everyone's different. I don't know these people. These are the Joneses. These people have lived, especially his kids. They were all raised in a billionaire's household. But if I found out, like, I have a brother in Oklahoma, I don't know.
I got a brother and a sister that I don't really know.
And
from my biological
does
father.
a small part of you regret not knowing them a little bit? Like, if I'm Steven, don't you want to know at least know your sister? That is your blood. That's your kid.
If I was in my teens, in my 40s, I got so much shit going on.
Yeah, I know. Hell, I don't talk to my actual siblings that I know enough.
Me too. Same.
Yeah, Big Mike had some fun times in the 70s, and I wound up with I got a brother. Half brother lives in Oklahoma. Last I heard, he was in Oklahoma. His mom was a Native American woman. Grew up on the res. Big Mike was getting funky in the 70s.
Who wasn't?
Nobody.
All our pops were.
I know.
All our pops was like, it was free love.
I don't know the story. I don't know, did my dad have an agreement with that woman? Hey, I'll just raise a kid. Don't worry about it. I've never asked him that.
Well,
I've never asked my pops that. And I'm not mad at my father.
I need to know this I guess this is a question for a woman.
I don't have a grudge against my daddy.
No, me neither. Yeah. I had the best father in the world in my mom. And my and my stepdad. So I'm good. But what I'm saying is this: in their situation, if I laid down with a married man, and unfortunately I get pregnant, and he doesn't want anything to do with me, but he's gonna pay me. Like, didn't I kind of make that bed in my own way?
Sure. Yeah,
but that's not a question that you or I can answer. That'd be a question for a woman.
Every situation's different. All I know, they're happy. They were hugging. Everybody was crying. They went to dinner, went to lunch. They went and had their own agreement out in the hall. Jerry just said, "I got to get to Oxnard, get this shit over with."
Yeah,
I mean, was it ruthless like that?
I need to do my State of the Union.
I think Jerry at 81. I think
you have a different type of heart.
I think he's feeling melancholy about it.
Not melancholy. He probably. Trust me. There's been nights he's sitting up. I don't give a shit who you are, how bad of a father you are. There's nights you sit up and you know you got a kid out there that you're not seeing.
Right.
If you have any type of heart at all, it fucks with you.
Sure. Even if you're Jerry Jones.
Even if you're Jerry Jones, it fucks with you.
Geechee SA just gave us the $30 tip. Thank you, man.
Speaking of money, here's more for the 10 cup.
Appreciate you hard.
University of Tennessee, TIN.
Appreciate it very much.
That was funny. All right. T. Miller, Texas. Dear Jerry Jones, if the leader of the free world can step aside like Joe Biden, so can you. See, even Biden would quit before Jerry.
Hey,
Jerry
man,
ain't never
why
quit.
Is Biden catching strays? The man quit. Leave him alone.
That's what he's saying. If Biden can quit, why can't Jerry step down as owner of the Cowboys?
Leave that man alone. He did what y'all wanted him to do.
That is never going to happen. So now we'll get this press conference on Saturday. They'll probably tell the media no questions about Alexandra.
Oh, no.
And let me tell you what a great GM I am. I spend 4 hours here talking about my... I hope Jerry gets his ass grilled from one end of the field to the other. Not about this little girl, this woman, this baby, his daughter, grown daughter, about, hey, what are you doing? You're not paying anybody. CD's holding out. Dak's lame duck. Your coaches are all lame duck. And you hired a defensive coordinator on a 1-year deal. Do you not plan on having a football team in 2025? Because you ain't trying in 2024. What the fuck's going on? That's what he's going to get his ass grilled on Saturday. Unless, now that he's gotten this thing taken care of with the daughter and the fun baby, maybe Dak gets taken care of on Friday. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me say this again because it's confusing, and I get it. If Dak Prescott gets a massive, monstrous extension on Friday, then CeeDee Lamb goes, sorry.
No, Jerry's been telling us, you, me, I, LG, for years that the reason why there was certain people he let walk was for the big three. Micah, CD, Dak. All three of those guys are getting paid.
Yeah, cool. But do they know it takes 22? There's 22 starters every Sunday. They may not be able to afford
the rest of them going to be on rookie deals. So now, if that is the case, Mike, when you have three guys like that, and then you throw Diggs as a big deal in there, right? Steele is paid right now. Martin is paid right now. So you have those 6 contracts, and it's on those 6 guys, unfortunately. Because guess what? In about 2 years, it's going to be time to pay Tyler Smith because he's the best left guard in the land.
I know.
So it's on Dak and those guys to bring those rookie deals along. And I don't know if they're the guys to do it.
I don't know what they're doing. I know Dak's not the right guy.
You got Hooker going on podcasts calling Micah out.
Correct. Here's what I think they should do. They never do what I tell them to do.
Right.
I would tell Dak, fuck off. I would open the job now and let Trey Lance get some playing time. But they don't have the guts. And let Dak walk. And pay CD. Pay Micah Parsons and start over at quarterback because it's cheaper.
If you are smart.
That's what I would do.
This is what I do. I'm not saying that I wouldn't pay Dak, Mike, but what I would say is this. I'm not paying him until after I see Lance in camp. Because if you and I are going to have a blast, if Lance comes out and Clarence and John Machota and the guys are tweeting out that Lance looks fantastic in training camp, oh boy, we're going to have some fun on in the building.
Yeah.
So if I'm Jerry, I'm like, hey, Steven, we're going to pay Dak. Put that $55 million aside. But let's see if Lance can push him a bit. And then if Lance has a great camp, let's hold off.
Well,
I'm not paying him. I'm not paying
agree.
him before I see Trey Lance in camp in preseason. I'm not. Now, if Lance shits the bed, then before week 1 starts, we hit the season with a bang. We pay Dak Prescott. But if Lance comes out and he makes this thing a legit QB competition, I wouldn't pay him shit.
They ain't got the balls. They'll just release Cooper Rush and make Trey the backup to Dak. Trey Lance could go 30 for 30 in the preseason and throw 17 touchdowns. They ain't gonna start him over Dak Prescott. They're too pussy. They don't do the things required to do to win. Julia makes a good point.
No, don't say
Biden didn't quit.
All the damn.
It's a good point.
All the damn shit that's in this chat. That's the one you saw.
Biden didn't quit. Obama punked him. See, the Cowboys don't have an Obama to punk Jerry out of the position. We need who is the Cowboys? Barack Obama's going to go in there. Hey, that's, enough's enough here, guys.
I cannot wait till December.
I
so
can't
we
do
can
an
get past.
Obama.
I can't wait till we get to December.
Hey, everybody.
So this shit'll be over.
What are we doing? Need you to step aside there, Joe. We don't have anybody to do that to Jerry.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah, so I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. My timeline is full of arguments.
Shout out to Hustler210.
What'd he do?
Please say a prayer for my son. He will be going on his first flight to Italy for 2 weeks for his graduation present. He's been listening to y'all since he was in the 8th grade. Is he going alone? Surely he's going with friends. He's going to have the time of his life. I will pray for his safety, but I bet he's going to come back a changed guy.
Hell yeah.
All young people in their 20s should be required by law to visit another country.
Hell yeah.
It changes you, and you look at everything the right way with better perspective. It's just awesome for Hustler's
I ain't
kid.
never sending my kid to Italy by themselves.
I'm sure he's going with some friends.
They're going to get that good pizza in Italy.
Her name is
so
Carlita. God, he's going to come back in love. He's going to have a fun baby.
But she gonna smoke cigarettes.
That's okay. That keeps him thin.
Wait, which country is it where all the chicks, you told me all the hot chicks, LG,
Spain.
smoke cigarettes?
España.
Europeans
So like,
smoke.
imagine that. Like, you're like, oh, LG, especially LG single, man. He's like, look at her. She's stunning.
Yeah.
And then she rips a heater.
They roll them up too. They're like,
Oh,
they roll
that's
them.
so unattractive to me.
He ain't trying to
One-handed,
marry
they're
her.
That is
France
so
is the same way. I've never been there, but I hear France is the same way.
Sure, and the French don't shave their pits.
And
neither.
this is coming from a guy that smokes cigars like a chimney. But
Yeah. We may be the gun country, but they still smoke and they
I
don't
can
shave
look
their
past
arms.
it. Just brush your teeth before we kiss. That's all I can say.
Flip it over.
do they like, which country do they like Americans?
Which country likes Americans?
That would
They
be
all do.
that would be Asian countries.
Yeah, Asians love it.
Well, that's for different reasons. That's because y'all
Although
got
Europeans love
money
Texas.
and y'all will hire them for the day.
Europeans
No.
love Texas. They love
Which-
they
Not
love that cowboy culture.
That's like Thailand.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I'm thinking of
other
Thailand.
Asian countries.
Oh,
Everybody loves this country. That's why they're trying to get in it. They love that cowboy culture. Not the Dallas Cowboys, but like cowboy culture.
there was a time that was true.
25% of
Yeah,
the tourists
once
that go to the
upon a time.
Alamo
Now,
are
once
not
upon a
from here.
time, we were the country to come to.
Exactly.
I want to see that.
I don't know about right now.
Well, they're
Yeah, no,
literally
right.
dying and risking their lives to get across the border as we speak.
Oh, well, that's different.
Climbing
Yeah,
in 18
they're running
wheelers.
from something else.
Yeah, they're
When
also got kids and they're
we're
desperate.
talking about Mexico and Haiti. That's different.
No,
Yeah.
we're talking about all of Central America trying to come in here
Oh,
because
okay.
they can't raise their children without getting murdered down there. They ain't running. They're running from their shitty ass governments. All right,
Charlie Hernandez, will you delete your account, sir? French have that hairy pizza, I bet.
Yeah.
Jesus.
yeah, I
man.
mean, you know,
Italians got that pizza with an attitude.
it'll bite you, lure you in. What's the flower that lures in the flies and eats them?
The Venus flytrap.
Venus flytrap. Man, it's a penis trap over there in Italy.
I've heard Italians don't really care for us.
Probably
No,
not.
the
I wouldn't
Italians
think so.
don't like us. That's all right. We saved their fucking ass in the
I'm
40s.
pretty sure most of Europe doesn't care for us.
I don't know about that.
I don't
pretty
know.
sure about that.
I haven't traveled enough to know. I've only been to like the Bahamas, and I was on a cruise, so I can't
No,
speak
they'll
about.
act- they'll act
I can't speak
friendly,
about
but-
life abroad.
It depends on where in America we're talking. Like in Hawaii, 50% of the people I see have accents from other countries because it's Hawaii.
That's a different city.
There's
Or
yeah.
state.
I get it. All right. It is in the building presented by Slackers. 5 locations. The official studio of our show is Slackers Sports and Drinks and Games. I didn't realize when we first started doing business with Slackers, the game scene they have there.
Yeah, because
It's
remember
great.
they're called sports, drinks, and games arcade. I think the North Star is even like as arcade in the name.
You know what I love about all the slackers that I've been to so far? I've been to 4 of them. They all have that big ass target thing.
Oh yeah, I saw
You throw the sticky balls.
Mike, the shortstop or
I hit
whatever.
across
Give
the
me
ball.
the bit.
I was throwing them from like 50 feet.
GC Russ was like, oh, that arm ain't what it used to be. But
Bullshit.
I was like, no, he was
It was
damn
in
near on the
center.
bullseye.
It was in the bullseye. With no warm up from
Yeah.
50 feet away. Shit. I don't play video games. I like the games that are I can move and throw
interactive,
shit.
right?
I like old school games. Slackers has lots of cool games in all of them. It is Slackers. Thank you, guys. Next time we have a remote, we'll let you know, and hopefully won't be too long from now. We're thinking maybe
And also,
next
when
month.
just tell the bartender, they won't know because we're not doing anything like that. But just let the bartenders know when you go in there. Just let them know you're in the building, and then they'll report back like, "Why is everybody staying in the building to us?" So when you go to Slackers and you order your drinks, let them know you're in the building.
Indeed. All right.
Appreciate y'all.
You mentioned Michael Gallup. He's decided to hang it up after 6 seasons and 1 ridiculous contract.
You see, because Jerry set him up after the ACL, and he ain't been poor dude.
I'm assuming he
I
just
feel
got
bad
tired
for
of
him.
playing.
Yeah, and if you've taken care of your money, these guys in the NFL are retiring at younger and younger ages. They're not trying to play 15 years like the Urlachers and the Ray Lewises. They're like, man,
They're
I'm
getting
going to
good
get
advice.
in, I'm going to save my money, I'm going to invest, and I'm out.
I love that.
I have no problem with
Yep.
that. That's
Yeah.
what I strive to do,
What is Michael Gallup? 30?
if that.
Maybe. Yeah, he signed with the Raiders. Training camp starts this week. He's like, how much? What's in our checking account? I ain't gonna fucking training camp. I'm out. I'm done. And the Dallas Cowboys
Had the Dallas Cowboys set him up for
are to
life.
thank
Shout out to
after
Jerry.
he blows the knee out. God.
Jerry's taking care of a lot. Jerry's changed a lot of people's lives. Like, we talk a lot of shit about Jerry.
And he shouldn't have. She changed my life. You mentioned Joe Burrow. He's reported to training camp healthy, looking like Billy Badass in that buzz cut. You didn't like that buzz
He
cut?
looks stupid.
I love that kid.
Tom, you see what I'm
love
saying? I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be Skip Bayless.
He looks awesome.
Tom Brady would never do that.
Gives a
You
shit.
see what I'm saying? Like, it's a mindset, Mike. It's a mindset. Like, why is that on your mind?
Brady did modeling for years.
But what I'm
He
saying,
literally was
why
having
are
babies
you
with
like,
models.
why, like, Brady's sitting around like, fucking Patrick Mahomes. I'm tired of seeing that motherfucker win. Y'all come to my house. We can get some routes in. Joe Burrow sitting around, I need to go to Paris Fashion Week. I think I should dye my hair.
Look great.
What outfit should I wear to the stadium today? See, that's
You're
the shit.
questioning his commitment?
I'm not questioning his commitment. I'm just saying, if like Patrick Mahomes shows up in flip flops, shorts, a raggedy t-shirt, and his Oakleys, like, I'm just here to kick ass.
Right, but
If the guy that you're chasing isn't worried about Paris Fashion Week, why are you?
Do you not want Patrick Mahomes to be pushed? I love Patrick Mahomes.
No, I do. That's why I'm on Joe Burrow's ass. Like, bro, you walking next to Wemby. You wearing your double-breasted suit with no shirt underneath. You're laying your outfit out at the foot of the
He
bed.
did look really cool. He's the one quarterback in the AFC that is the biggest threat to Mahomes, provided he can stay healthy, which he's not 3 years out of 5. If he can stay healthy,
Well, he did. He put on some.
He's beaten Pat.
That was
twice.
his focus this
in Arrow.
offseason.
Remember there was it's Burrowhead. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
And the Chiefs got all pissed off. Lamar Jackson so far has not shown the ability to be that arch rival of Mahomes. The Ravens are not a threat to the Chiefs until
No, they're
Jackson
not.
plays better in the playoffs. Burrow's the guy that I love Pat, but I don't want to see the same team. I like
don't either.
rivalries.
That's why I want Burrow to get his head in the game.
I agree. Let's
But
see where
Burrow
he's at
did. His
this year.
focus this offseason was putting on muscle so he could stay healthy. So I'll give him that.
Let's see where give
I'm
my
just
man
saying,
a year.
If you blonde hair is cool if you win. If you don't win, it's stupid.
I agree. It's the Luke LaLoosh theory
Yeah.
from Bull Durham. Hey, what are you doing with fungus on your shower shoes? If you win 20 games in the big leagues, the media will just think you're colorful. But until you win 20 games in the show, it just means you're a slob.
Right.
But Burrow's been to a Super Bowl already. He's been to the 2 AFC championship. When he's healthy, they go to it's a gimme, whether they win or not, they go to the conference title game.
Romo with his hat backwards.
Pissed me off to no end. Looked like a fucking douche.
It's stupid if you're not winning.
He looked like a
Bill
douche.
Belichick, if he doesn't win, he looks like a freaking homeless person on the sideline. He's the sloppiest coach I've ever seen outside of maybe not Rex Ryan. What's the brother?
Rob.
And then or Matt Patricia, a coach with his hat backwards. You're not winning, you look stupid.
Looks stupid. Especially the coach.
You win.
Coach looks dumb.
You win, who cares?
All right, it is time for. Oh, by the way, before we get into that,
What's up?
I was gonna. So I was wondering, like, does John Harbaugh listen or watch in the building?
You've been texting this for a couple of days. Tell me what you mean.
I had to pull these quotes up. Harbaugh, 2 days ago.
John or Jim?
John,
Okay.
head coach of the Ravens.
Okay.
On the first day of their training camp, decided to go on a 2-minute thing ripping on Lamar Jackson's haters.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not a Lamar Jackson hater,
you
but
are,
I don't
Mike.
hate on him. No, I'm not. He's not that in the playoffs. Take away all the regular season games. Let's just look at playoffs. He's about the 25th best guy.
He's a 2-time MVP. Sir.
I know. That's why. So what's the fucking deal? Because whenever coaches scheme against you in between playoff games, you don't do shit.
All right, let me look it up. Go ahead.
John
Finish the
Harbaugh.
quotes.
There's a lot of great things said about. There's a lot of great things said about Lamar, but there's a lot of stuff that said that you just got to scratch your head and kind of think and wonder, what is that person even thinking? And we're taking it personally. Oh, okay. All his life, Lamar Jackson's been a guy who's been answering those same questions. I'm talking about since he was a kid, junior high, high school, college, the draft, the success he's had in the league. Again, it still comes up. Why? Okay, now he's still growing. He's got a growth mindset. He's going to get better and better, no doubt. But what does he have to do to prove himself to some people? I don't know. Not suck in the playoffs. He does. Y'all want to give Dak so much shit. Lamar Jackson's done just the same amount in the postseason as Dak. Jack shit. And when Jackson's not good in the postseason, he's terrible.
Okay.
He didn't do shit against the Chiefs at home in the playoffs.
Mahomes' numbers for that game.
He didn't play well against the Texans. The defense won that game.
AFC Championship game. Chiefs won 17-10, Mike.
What was the Houston score?
I'm going to give you this one first because I'll lose my page. Right. Mahomes was 30 of 39, 241, 1 TD. Lamar Jackson was 20 of 37, not good, 272, 1 TD, 1 INT. He had 54 yards rushing.
Mediocre.
That's not great.
No.
It's not. It's not great. All right. Well, you got a point there. Let me look at that Texans game.
Look at the Texans playoff. It was like 17-10, the final. And may have gotten, actually in the fourth quarter, it may have gotten away, and they scored a couple of touchdowns late. Houston
They beat them 34-10, but he wasn't good.
Right.
He wasn't. The numbers.
There was a punt return, I think, for a touchdown. He was not good against Houston.
He only had 152 yards passing, but he had 100 yards rushing and 2 TDs. You got to put his legs in there. He had 100 yards on the ground.
Okay.
And 2 TDs, but in the air he sucked.
But it's not winning games in the postseason. They're not winning.
They beat the Texans 34-10, Mike.
I understand.
Come on now.
You know, Dak beat Tom Brady, who has his hair, who doesn't dye his hair.
Tom was 73.
Doesn't matter. He still did. I'm just saying, look, you cannot tell me that Lamar Jackson's been awesome in the postseason. Forget
I'm
Dak.
just saying.
You would take him over Dak today.
Sure I would.
See?
But you're trying to win championships, be better than Dak Prescott. Because Dak's about the 19th best guy in the league
Dak
right
is a
now.
low bar. All right.
Russ is in there, sets it straight on Steve Lutz. He was class of 91 at East Central.
Yeah, Bonowitz was 95.
Yeah, I thought he was older. He was part of that group that kind of set the tone for that
And John Fox
team.
says Bonowitz would hold his own. No, he was in 8th grade busting y'all's ass, John. He wasn't holding his own. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here.
What happened to Bonowitz?
He went to Texas Tech, and now he's a coach.
Oh, okay. I've seen that name
That was
here
a
and
bad
there.
mother father.
I was not around back in the days
That
of
was
high
a
school.
bad mother father.
White boy?
Yeah. Keys to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Heady.
Coach on the floor. Pounds the court when he's on defense.
His dad was his coach, literally.
Have to lock him out of the gym.
Yeah, no, literally. Gave us 49 on the way to state.
Sleeps with the basketball.
Yes.
All right,
Always
y'all.
makes the right play. Can't jump over a curb.
Time for that man, time of noon. Can't jump over a curb.
Now, live from In the Building, a guy's favorite segment, Mentertainment. My God, there's two of them now. Here they are, Rudy Jay and Mike Taylor.
Presented by Empire, Courier, and Civil Process. It is Mantertainment News. I am looking forward to the Olympics. I am. And I got to be honest. I mean, good on NBC for going outside the doghouse this year with their broadcast team. Snoop Dogg will be on the broadcast team this year with Mike Tirico and those guys doing the Olympics.
The most famous rapper of all time. Now they're gonna let him wear shades to hide his high eyes.
It's Bladow, sir.
Oh, my Al. What I say, Tad-Al?
Yeah.
I've heard it said Tad-Al before. Or maybe that's an East Coast thing. I don't know.
And now he's also carrying the torch out.
He is. He's helping bring the torch.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What do you
He's
mean?
not
Hold on.
lighting the cauldron, but he's going to be a...
He's not,
What's wrong with that?
It's nothing to do with sports or athletics. He's a freaking rapper who was accused of
Hey,
murder.
baby, I've been coaching. He's a coach. I got exonerated.
Hey, LG, it's where we at.
I know.
We're in the
I got to look
influencer.
at the history of it because
Yeah, no.
I'm sure this has happened many times before. They let whoever carry the damn torch.
Snoop is carrying the torch through the streets of Saint Denis, the northern Parisian suburb that is home to the Stade de France Olympique Stadium.
Oh, nice. The street I stayed on in Montreal was Saint Denis.
He is going to contribute to NBC's coverage of the games. He also founded the Snoop Youth Football League as an analyst. Boy, he fast. He fast as a cheetah. I can't wait. He's going to be Mike Tirico. Well, how about that? We need a guy like Snoop to bring some color to the broadcast. Okay, I don't mean black man. I mean colorful language.
Isn't Mike Tirico black?
Well, Tirico don't bring much color if
That's a
you paid
stretch.
attention to him in his sweater vest. NBC. I love Mike
Tirico's
Tirico.
great.
I love
Tirico's
Mike
great.
Tirico. Come on now.
Now,
You know what I meant by color.
This is Snoop. I'm telling you, hey,
And color.
I don't know about gymnastics, but Simone Biles bring home the gold, baby.
I love it.
That's it.
I love it.
What is he gonna say?
I love it. Who's she flipping hot? Woo, look at her flip.
What is he gonna say?
Whatever he wants. He's Snoop
It's
Dogg.
like, you know how Chuck and Kenny sound during the NCAA tournament?
Love it. I'm here for it.
They don't know shit.
They're going to have him out doing bits, too.
Of course, they better. Is the weed legal over there, LG?
Where's it at?
In France? Gotta be.
Nah.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
Holy shit. No one cares, though.
It's probably decriminalized, but they don't have dispensaries. I don't
The big
think.
question is who's going to light the cauldron at the end of the run? Who's the greatest living French athlete? Zinedine Zidane,
Maybe Tony lights it.
the soccer player.
Maybe Tony lights it.
Maybe. Zidane's more famous in France.
Tony did carry it the other day.
Well, that
Really?
means he won't light it then.
Yeah, he already carried it.
Maybe Zidane. Remember the Atlanta games in '96 when Ali lit the cauldron? Oh, that was badass.
That's Big Mike's.
was-
That's Big Mike's guy, right?
But that was just cool.
Yeah.
Just an American freaking icon. France doesn't have a lot of athletic icons that are on a global scale. Give it a couple more Olympics. I bet Wemby lights the cauldron.
Yeah,
wanna-
weed's 100% illegal in France.
Okay, but I bet you they don't like send you to prison like in Russia and shit like that.
You want to stay with the Olympics?
Do I want to? I was about to hit entertainment. What's
No,
up?
that's what I thought. That's what we're in.
No, yeah,
entertainment.
we are in entertainment.
Okay, you go ahead. I'll go with members. We're almost
right.
out of here.
Oh, okay. Well, you boys interested in seeing The Joker 2
No, I haven't
with
seen
Joaquin
one.
Phoenix and Lady Gaga?
I'm not because it's a fucking musical. So
Oh
no.
hell no!
How much music's going to be in it?
The whole thing's a musical.
Yeah, that's going to
It's
be
a
tough.
musical. I mean, there's going to
That's
be,
tough.
parts where they're not singing, but it's a musical.
Like every other scene.
It's-
like
yeah.
Moulin Rouge.
It's a musical, like Little Shop of Horrors.
I used to
That's
like
tough.
Little Shop
And I
of
love,
Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors is my favorite
Now,
musical of all time.
Joker, the first one with Joaquin was
good.
awesome.
Why would
was
they
a
do a
movie.
I
music?
loved it.
Because they got Lady Gaga, and they're like, oh, we might as well
Yeah, but
use
she
her.
was in A Star Is Born, and they didn't sing the whole damn
That was
time.
a great
Yeah, that was
movie.
basically a musical, but it was good.
It wasn't like Moulin Rouge.
No. This is one where they're going to, like, choreograph dances and stuff.
This is like a Broadway performance.
Yes, it's a musical.
That's
Yes.
bullshit.
I'm going to kill some people. I'm going
She
to
was good in,
kill. They're going to do that every other scene?
yeah,
See, I can't do that.
What was
can't
it?
do
American Horror Story. She was good
She was
too.
fantastic.
good.
I love Lady
Oh
Gaga.
yeah, she's great.
All right, I'll reserve the right to see this movie.
I might check it
see
out, but I'm
I
not gonna
might
pay. I'm
see
not gonna pay to see it.
And to you people waiting on Deadpool, Wolverine,
That's gonna be good.
hell no.
Hell yeah.
Are you serious? You're down with this?
I'm down. Deadpool's the only Marvel comic I am down with. Well, now that Iron Man's done,
Well, you know what, LG? That fits your sense of humor.
it's hilarious. They make
Yeah, it
fun
fits.
of Marvel. It's just they make fun of themselves. It's great, and it's adult too. Ain't no kids movie. Don't take your kids to Deadpool. Don't be that
I
person.
found that out with my teenager when she was really, really young, and we're watching Deadpool 1. He's like, fuck this, fuck that. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh no. Yeah.
All right. And I've
It's
got
not a kid's movie.
I've got a movie recommendation before we move on
Yeah,
from
you were supposed to do this 2 days ago.
I know. Hey, we
Shit
get
happens.
bogged
What?
in. For guys that like history, that are into American history like I am, and you got a woman, Fly Me to the Moon. It's a popcorn movie, but it's
Wait, which one was that?
Fly Me to the Moon is Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson.
That's why you want to watch it. You
No.
perv.
I like period pieces. This is a movie about the Apollo 11 engineers and astronauts that spent 7 months getting us ready to go to the moon.
Okay, so I almost watched that, but then I saw Channing Tatum, and all I can see is him step up in Magic Mike.
No, I thought he was
can't
great.
take him serious.
Okay, so I'm serious. So he plays an American hero. He plays the great Gene Kranz. Gene Kranz.
How did he get that role?
I don't know, but he was good. Gene Kranz was the commander of Mission Control in Apollo 11,
Oh, okay.
who led the expedition from Houston, from Florida. So he ran Houston and Florida during Apollo 11, and the build up. It's got Ray Romano in it too. The build up,
Boo.
the build up of the mission, and then the actual scene where they go to the moon is really cool for an American history buff like me.
You're a big history
But it's
guy.
also a rom-com for your old lady. I'm just saying, it's not going to win Oscars. But if you got a woman and you want to keep her interested in a historical movie, the rom-com shit between Lady Gaga, I got my white girls mixed up. Johansson and Channing Tatum is good for them, but I was totally. And by the way, I took Nina. She teared up during the moon landing scene because of just what it meant.
Wait, I thought
What it meant to Americans.
I thought the landing on the moon was a green screen and we never did it.
Shame on you for saying that. No, sir. We landed on the moon.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Do you have proof,
I do.
LG? Did we land on the moon?
Yes,
Third
we
party?
I
landed
don't
on the
know. I
moon.
wasn't alive back then.
See? You don't believe it.
Well, I guess D-Day was all in a theater too. That was all in a big giant production house.
Paid actors.
Of course, they paid the Germans to die on
Just
accident.
trolling you.
I know.
False
anyway,
flag.
It's a good popcorn movie. You're hating today. Snoop can't do the Olympics. We didn't land on the
See,
moon.
look at L. Harley
Everything's a
210.
fake.
Y'all really believe we went to the moon?
Yes, we went to the moon.
Mike is a hardcore American. Y'all leave him alone.
I'm into facts. That's where we are in this country now, where facts don't matter. You just create what you want. All right, it's my entertainment.
Albert
Presented by-
Sanchez, that movie, The Long Game, was good. I'm actually in the doghouse because I watched that without my wife because it was about 4 Latino kids and a Latino coach.
You went to the movies without your wife?
No, Netflix.
Oh, okay.
And
heard
a
about
great
that.
story, true story called Long Game with
I'll watch it
what's
when-
that dude's name? Quaid.
Paco Johnson?
He's ripped, by the way, for
Randy?
an old dude.
Houston's own Randy Quaid.
No.
Randy's a crazy one. Dennis Quaid.
Denny Quaid, yeah. And
Great
by the
movie.
way,
Great
I ain't
movie,
got
Albert.
no interest in that fucking Twisters movie. It looks stupid.
Well, you know what the thing about the Twisters movie is? That guy.
You talk about fake and bullshit. That is
yeah,
bullshit.
that guy is the it guy right now.
I like him. He's Austin.
He's the it
from
guy.
Austin.
I like the soundtrack. Your guy from Fort Worth has a song for that movie that I love. It's called Chrome Cowgirl. What's the guy from?
Leon Bridges
Great song called Chrome Cowgirl.
with Austin's own Glenn Powell is the do your thing though, the actor.
Great song.
Yeah, man. Glenn Powell took over after Army Hammer.
We
fucked it
always
up.
like you have Tom Cruise. We got to have a white guy. Right now, he's the white guy.
Glenn Powell. Yeah,
he's the white guy.
white guy.
He got the chin,
yeah,
got the hair,
he purdy.
got the abs.
Texan.
We got to have one.
But I ain't seeing twisters that look shitty. Empire Courier Civil Process. These people will serve somebody up for you. They work for attorneys and real estate agents. They do pro se divorce, which means you don't want a lawyer. But you can't be running paperwork back and forth to your soon-to-be ex-husband or wife. So these guys will do it for you at Empire Courier and Civil Process. Maybe you can't find somebody. Maybe somebody needs to be served and they won't cooperate. They're not bounty hunters. They're servers. They'll take paperwork to people that are hard to find. They'll find them and serve them. It is Empire Server Civil Process. Richard and Terry Ramos. They also do courier. They do courier work. They do mobile notary. So that's good. Maybe you're a great big fat person. You can't get out of the house and you need something notarized. They'll come to the house and they'll notarize your fat fingers for you on whatever it is you need notarized. It is Empire Courier Civil Process. 210-889-1643 or rrempire at mac.com. rrempire at mac.com. All right. Show also brought to you in part by, speaking of real estate agents, Ribaldo Realty Group. My man Jay sent some stats the other day. This county continues to be the cheapest big county in Texas to buy a home. So that's great. We're way cheaper than, of course, Austin, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Don't invite more people to move here, though. Let's just get the people that live here a house.
So here's the thing. You can afford to buy a house in this county. So now it's like, okay, cool.
This.
See, there's a graph
I
right
love
there.
This.
The median home right now in Bexar County is only $299,000. The rest are way up into the threes. Hell, Travis County, the median home is $565,000.
Shame on you.
That's awful. It's awful.
There's no way Austin should be more expensive than Houston and Dallas.
No way.
And they're more expensive by $200K.
It's insane. Absolutely insane. All right, that's Jay. So now you know you can afford a house here. Now it's like, well, where?
Where do I start?
School districts. Is there an HOA? What's taxes and that kind of thing? Jay he does all that for you and will give you an easy list to choose from so you can pick the right home for your family. It is 210-887-1081. You can email Jay directly. It's at jribaldo@kw.com. jribaldo@kw.com. All right. We got members coming up today, too. I owe Texas Cheer Liquor a stopsy. I'm afraid to get into a couple of things that I wanted to get into. Well, I'm going to push them because it's going to take off.
Yeah, push them.
It's going to take off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll
take off.
Yeah, we'll move that to
in the
members.
meantime, I do got to stop by the liquor store on the way home.
Which one? What liquor store?
Well, the one up here on Boulevard and Evans. Is there another liquor store?
What's the name of it?
Texas Cheer Liquor. Is there another one?
I see you, LG.
Today. Repping today.
And I have a new bottle for us. Shout out to Texas Cheer Liquor.
Right.
I'll bring it Friday. You know, on Friday we take a sip or two. It's the Knob Creek barrel pick for Texas Cheer Liquor, flying off the shelves,
Sweet.
120 proof. They stopped. This is in such high demand. It got another 5 years on aging because they just couldn't produce enough of it. So Knob Creek, aged 10 years, 120 proof, little bite on it, put a little hair on your chest, but it burns so good. I can't wait for y'all to taste it Friday.
Texas Cheer
Remind me,
Liquor.
LG, Friday morning.
Yeah, bring it in Friday.
Because this one, we put a dent in this
Yeah.
barrel pick. This is the 2022 Jack Daniel's single barrel rye. And a little birdie told me that an Eagle Rare barrel may be on the way.
All right. Make sure you say in the building when you go into one of the 7
If
Texas
you want to
Cheer.
save some money.
I've had Thunderdomers like, hey, man, I went into Texas Cheer, got me some stuff. Oh, cool. Did you use to get the 5%? Oh, I forgot. You make us look bad when you forget.
Yeah.
Because that's how they measure up the success of their hookup with us. Make sure you get your 5%.
Christ.
Just say in the building. Jay Glenn says Snoop's going to use that cauldron to light his weed. Wouldn't that be badass?
That would be badass. I mean, he'll be going to jail, but it'll be badass.
As Lucy
Who brought the dog?
As loosey-goosey with their morals as France is, weed's not legal. That's stunning.
So Mike Epps told a story.
But you can poison me with cigarettes all over. Okay.
Yeah. Mike Epps told a story.
Yeah.
I forget what late night show he was on. He said, I had a show in Iceland. And he goes, y'all know I'm a pothead. And then he was like, I couldn't fly with it. So I'm there. I'm itching to smoke some weed. I call Snoop. I say, Snoop, do you got a guy in Iceland? He said, of course I do, nephew. Hold on.
In Iceland.
Snoop calls a guy in Iceland. The dude drives it over to Mike Epps' hotel. So
Damn.
Snoop got a guy. If Snoop got a guy in Iceland,
He's got
He
a guy in Paris.
Paris.
You're smoking reefers?
That is Snoop is a one of a kind. I watched the Motley Crue movie last night with my wife. My wife loves rock from that era. The Dirt.
White people.
Those motherfuckers were crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and roll dudes were a different type of crazy.
Yeah. Now these bands are all in health. They're all good health.
Yeah.
They're all in good health. They don't get fucked up.
These dudes are
That's because they
they're
tour so much.
crazy.
Yeah, and they're all dead. They all die, except for freaking the Rolling Stones, man.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Different type of partying.
It was stupid.
It's called cocaine.
Yeah, lots
Heroin.
of whiskey. Lots of whiskey and heroin.
Vodka.
Motley Crue once did a bit where they had a bet going amongst the guys in the band. How many girls can you bang over the next several days without taking a shower? Because every
That's
girl
nasty.
wants to screw us, you
That's
know.
nasty.
But we're not. Let's not take any showers here, and see who's left. Like who's the last guy that'll get a girl to actually do things to him after 2 or 3 weeks without a shower. And I think Nikki Sixx won after like 5 weeks. He went 5 weeks no shower, and finally some girl's like, "Jesus, dude, I can't." And he won the bet. Just doing a bit. Led Zeppelin once, they were known for taking dead baby sharks, baby, and using them on women's private parts. That was their bit. Look it up.
What?
Man, women.
White people?
America was a better time.
Life is hard with life is hard with daughters, because women and stars and money they
and
let
that
their
girl let him
guard
do
all
it.
the way
Oh,
down.
and it was all consensual. Absolutely. Take this. Go ahead.
Yes, you're right, Matt. Nikki stinks.
That thing stunk after they pulled that shark out.
Because you got to remember, there's 100 women in your hair.
Sure.
That's nasty.
Yo, there wasn't nobody shaving pubes in the 80s either.
That's what I'm saying. That's disgusting. There's a lot of juice down there.
It's all dried up. Smelling like 80-year-old Don King down there.
Why Don? What
Because
Don
he had a
do
big
to you?
hair. Don King badge.
what?
Everybody
I'm
had Don King badge
a
in the
break.
70s. Girls didn't shave nothing.
I need a break on
All
that
right.
note.
We're going to dedicate this one to Victor Wembanyama because he's a Frenchman. And no one there everybody there has got Don King badge.
What the fuck is this?
See y'all at members
That's
only.
exactly what he said.
I got good juice coming up.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.